Hello everyone and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This would be another commentary from the book Dubious Formations and How to Attack Them. This will be part number 4 from the appendix. And I would like to thank the authors of the book, Master Yen Wenqing and Grandmaster Zhang Qiang, for allowing me to do a video on, based on their work. So without further ado, now let us begin the game. Red was Grandmaster Tao Hanming, black was Grandmaster Liu Dahua. Okay. Central cannon. Screenhouse defense. And red chose to play P3, the P3+1 or third pawn advancement variation. Now in this game, Grandmaster Tao Hanming chose to play the 5-8 cannons. One of the main motives of this move would be whereby red would try to advance his cannon across the river, and try to apply pressure on this horse. He could also attack the other pawn and allow for development of this flank. But this is considered to be a slower paced opening, and it would not be easy. It would be easier for red to control the situation, but hard to make significant gains. Black countered with e7+5, and red would block and try to hinder the development of this horse. In the match, Grandmaster Liu Dahua chose to play p1+1. The main idea was to play r1+3 to attack the cannon over here. Another possible variation would be c2+2, and black will still be in contention. Now, at this point, Grandmaster Tao Hanming tried something new. Unfortunately, this will also be the dubious move. He maneuvered his cannon to the palace corner. Now, the main idea behind this move was to advance the cannon to this intersection should black play r1+3. However, he would have spent one move and then another move, 2 moves, just to move the red cannon to this position. So this would result in a loss of 1 move. And the left flank was still undeveloped. So making 2 moves so early in the game would result in slower development of the pieces on the left flank, and also even on the right flank. So this was bound to affect the development of red as a whole, and it will provide black an opportunity to exploit, which black did so very brilliantly with c2+5. Now with this cannon over here, it will be like the Chinese Kung Fu, whereby you poke one of the pressure points, and red's entire cannon rank was now immobilized. If the horse moved, the cannon would capture the black cannon would capture the red cannon. Otherwise, the black cannon will be attacking this horse immediately, and the development of red's left flank would be slowed down even more. So as can be seen, just only by the 7th ply, red was already in deep trouble. So red continued with c4+4. Now obviously h3+4 would not be an option, because now the cannon will be placed in trouble. Let's say red made this move, and the cannon will still be under attack, and red would not have solved the issue of underdevelopment of pieces over this flank. The horse at the riverbank would also not have any good positions to continue to maneuver to, so black would have a significant advantage or to seize the initiative by this point. Now black continued with c8+2, which was a very nice move to fight for the initiative. Now this was also another important move to make, because Red's only hope of staying in the game would be to try to overpower Black on this flank. So R2 plus 6 would be one of his main attacking options. Now with C8 plus 2, Red will be denied the opportunity to play R2 plus 6. And Black would have to try to gain some space with R2 plus 4, and Black will now develop his right chariot. Red will try to consolidate his defense. A pin. And as can be seen, in anticipation of Red developing his left chariot in this manner, Black traversed his chariot, and retreated his cannon. Now, in the board, Red retreated his chariot to the cannon rank at this point. Now, this was to try to keep the situation complicated so that he will still have chances of gaining advantage. Now, would P9 plus 1 be a good idea? Answer would be no, because the pawn will advance and still protect the cannon. Let's say if a trade of material will occur, the Red's left chariot will still have trouble being developed. Let's say if Red tried to make mischief with the cannons, Black would simply retreat his horse to the central position, and Black will still have a slight advantage. So Red tried to keep things complicated with R2 minus 2. And Black immediately pounced on the chance to attack with C2 plus 7. Now, this was a very versatile move, and Black would now be targeting this flank. Red tried to mount some offensive of his own, but the important lines have already been controlled by Black. Now this was to try to dislodge the cannon, but Black countered brilliantly with C8 equals to offering a trade of material. Now, obviously, capturing the cannon will not be a good idea because the formation defense over here will be greatly weakened. So Red advanced the horse. But at this point in time, Black countered very nicely by advancing his cannon to offer a trade of material. So C7 plus 3 would not be a good idea at this point because Red could have played H2 plus 4, which was one of his intentions all along. With the cannon over here, the Red horse was threatening the Black chariot over here. Now, with the cannon over here, the Red horse could continue to attack and go for the elbow horse checkmate. And if Black defended in this manner, Red would play C4 equals to 1 and be prepared to pin prepared to attack from the bottom rank. Now, in the ensuing kill, Black would simply be slower than Red. So that was why Grandmaster Liu Dahua made a very nice move of C7 plus 4 to attack the bottom rank immediately. Now, Red tried to continue aggressively. Now, there is a saying in Chinese called 宁可玉碎不可瓦全, which means that it would be more honorable to go down fighting valiantly, which was what Red decided to do. Now, would capturing the cannon be an option? Obviously no, because now there will be two major pieces attacking this flank, and Red will be under immediate danger, while it will still take some time for Red to be able to mount a threatening offensive. Black would play H5 to to clear this weakness, and Black would now command the initiative. So there will be two major pieces attacking this virtually empty flank, while Red's attack, any possibility of an attack was still not present. So because of this reprieve, Black played c7 equals to 8, threatening with a double cannon's checkmate, and even tempting the red house to capture this chariot. Of course, the Grandmaster would see through it, and he played r4 equals to 8. Now, h4 plus 6. Red tried to go for offensive, but Black would defend very nicely with h5 plus 7. This move. And after a few moves, virtually all potential weaknesses in Black's formation were covered up, and Black could now continue to attack very very nicely. And another important implication of this move, a6 plus 5, was that if it would not matter if Red checked or what, Black could now move the king to this file, and this would add another threat to Red's position on this file. Now, Black cannot play. It would not be a good idea for Black to be eager with r8 plus 3, because if he did so, Red would simply play e5 plus 3 to block the Black cannon, and at this point in time, it would take a few more moves for Black to be able to organize any decent offense, and this would be valuable time for Red to mount an attack. So that is why being hasty with r8 plus 3 was not a good idea, even though Black wanted to go for a checkmate. So instead, Black would offer some defense, and because the chariot was still here, Red cannot play e5 plus 3, or it will be captured by the chariot. Now, this was another blunder by Red. This would result in a very rapid loss. Now, although Red was bound to lose inadvertently, e5 plus 3 would have offered more defense. Red would capture the elephant, a check, another check, a check, counter check by Black, a check, and as can be seen, Black will now be prepared to go for the checkmate. A check. Black will simply be faster in the ensuing kill. So that is why e5 plus 3 would have been better than this move. But in the match, r8 minus 6 was played, and Red started his final offensive, deliver a check, another check, forcing the cannon back, and the game ended. Red resigned after Black moved the king out, because he was now prepared to capture the Red cannon to deliver a check and capture the for the checkmate. And if elephant were moved, Red would lose his chariot and the game. So victory to Black. So a quick recap: central cannon, the 5-8 cannons, and this was the dubious move. And Black countered brilliantly with c2 plus 5. Red tried to mount an offensive that as we can see, became unsuccessful. After more maneuvering, 1, 2, 3, Black fought for control of this riverbank, and Red retreated, his chariot trying to keep things complicated. Black started his onslaught. He started to draw first blood by capturing the pawn. and offering a trade of chariots. And at this point in time, black countered brilliantly with c7 plus 4. And red tried valiantly in a last-ditch effort for a kill. Check. And the game ended. I hope you have been enjoying this video or the series of videos on commentaries that I've been doing for the past 2 years. If you like my work, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up for the video. Thank you.